Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for July 27th, 2025. It is Sunday Fun Day, and we've got include incoming and shy applies to Fishing Village and Apprentice. I don't know what incoming is. Actions, treasures are top decked when gained, not optional. Okay, well, so that's similar to having, is it? It's not. Growth is the one where you gain extra stuff with treasures. What is it's rapid expansion is the one where it gets played. Progress, that's the one. Okay. It's like we got progress. Exciting. All right, so let's take a look at what's actually on the board. Notably, we have a bunch of night cards, and those will not be affected by that. And then victory cards also aren't, which is a nice buff, I guess you could say, from progress, where you'd have to top deck the victory cards that you gain. Anyway, so we got Exorcist and Apprentice for trashing. We've got Draw is only from the Clashes pile, and then also from the Spirits, from Imp and Will-O-Wisp, I guess from Ghost. Oh, and then also from Apprentice. Yeah, I'm not sure how easy it is going to be to feed the Apprentice, but you can use that. I guess also Apprentice and Fishing Village being shy turns them into draw as well that way. Right. So plus actions wise, we got Fishing Village and Wandering Minstrel, and then gains wise. Plus buy from Capital. Leprechaun can gain gold and wishes, although I'm not sure how easy that will be to activate. I'll have to think about that more. And then Devil's Workshop can gain various things. So I think the big limiter here is going to be like the whole Warlord thing, because like you'd otherwise really like to get as many imps as you possibly could, wisps too, but like the more significant thing would be like you have all these villages, you could play a bunch of villages and a bunch of imps, and that's a bunch of draw, in addition to whatever you might get out of like the shy stuff or Apprentice trashing or the Clashes. But with Warlord in play, you're not necessarily going to be able to do that. So I think I've mentioned this the last time that Clashes showed up. The bot doesn't always like focus super hard on this pile, but it will generally go for Warlord given the opportunity. So once again, the question will be like, can we find a way to control this pile? And then if not, then well, that will definitely be a big limiter on what we can build here. As far as the opening goes, there's some interesting options. We can get a Fishing Village and then immediately discard it with Shy, which would trigger a shuffle. It would have the Fishing Village in it, as well as obviously these 5 cards. And then we draw 2. So we have 4 coins down there. We would draw 2 out of these 6 cards. There's a pretty good chance that we'd end up hitting 5 off of that, because we'd only need to see, there's a very good chance. We'd have to specifically see Necropolis Overgrown Estate to not hit 5. We already have 4. And we just need to see 1 of Fishing Village or any of these coppers. Might even hit 6. Not that would particularly matter. So that's a pretty appealing option. Granted, Apprentice is not as good early here as normal because we've got shelters rather than estates. But if we don't draw the fishing village, then having the fishing village on top means we get to discard it again, so that's still like pretty nice. And Apprentice is also shy, so even if we were like, oh, we don't really want to play it because we just have a bunch of copper, we can discard it and draw more cards and blah blah blah. So yeah, there's a kind of like a tempo play there. The other thing is we can get a battle plan and top deck that. That's not going to trigger a shuffle, but it is going to give us the option to rotate immediately. If the bot doesn't take a battle plan to start with, then we can be in the position of having the only battle plan. And potentially just take an archer after that, too. Yeah. So I'm honestly not sure which option is more appealing. Like having, the archer would then go on top. We see the battle plan, we get to draw the extra cards. We don't, well, we're still getting the 2 coins in the attack right away. And then maybe we end up picking up an apprentice anyway. That gets top decked, so the fact that we don't get it a turn earlier doesn't matter as much. Yeah, I'm having the fishing village in the deck does seem really nice. Basically like a $3 lab that we get to top deck, except that it's better at not missing shuffles than that. And we can play it if we want to as well. Get the coin. If we go for the fishing village, and when do we end up taking a battle plan is another question. I think I'm gonna go with the fishing village. I'm definitely not. Oh wait, I can't count, and yeah, the odds of hitting 5 here are lower than I was saying. It's just still like 2/3 chance, but we did not, in fact. Okay, that's fine. Now I think, given that happened, now I think we do take the battle plan. Yeah, they managed to get it. All right. I don't think there's any reason not to do this, really. Now we could get the apprentice. Probably correct. Well, they actually played their fishing village. I wonder if they redrew it. Wait, shy is you may. Oh, yeah, okay. So they played it turn 2, so they must have redrawn it. That's how they hit 5. Okay. Alright, we've got our fishing village down there again. You just got a capital. That's pretty annoying from the perspective of like trying to control the clashes. I was thinking like if I take a battle plan and then double rotate, but if we wait for them to get into debt, on the other hand, But maybe what we should be doing, rather than trying to rotate twice, is, well, we just want an archer first anyway, and we take like a minstrel that can then try to find the apprentice. All right, they still have some debt, but they didn't see the capital. Do we rotate? We get our own capital and try to take multiple at once and not take one now. Having to top deck the capital kind of sucks, but it is the only plus buy. The other problem is that we're out of shelters, so the apprentice is going to be worse. I think we still do need the capital. Well, they're in debt again. We can get 2 warlords. I don't really want to top deck 2 of them, but yeah, they got one. Annoying. I'm discarding the apprentice. Okay. Do we even want to play this fishing village, or do we just want to leave it alone for purposes of being shy? We don't need the actions. Only have the one terminal on our deck. Do we want to buy... They have 3 apprentices? Okay. I wonder if we want to get a leprechaun. Like, we're at a point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 where we could really activate it. We play the fishing village. We know we've got the apprentice on top. We have like 2 cards in play, and then we play 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think so. Warlord, I'm planning to just apprentice. I just don't want them to have it. I guess we have to top deck this too. Ugh. Oh, right. Well, uh, So we don't have the... If we can find the other warlord and apprentice that, and activate... We can draw this one and activate the leprechaun. If we shy the apprentice, I think maybe we just can't. Well, the minstrel filtering will help. I think I'm gonna... decline. Do want another battle plan. I guess I'll rotate this. We could also apprentice the capital and then wish for capital. Seems reasonable. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I guess. Oh. Right. Exchange the gold for a changeling. Probably makes sense. Alright, I know I have 9 coins, but... Oh, is incoming gonna override Wish? Gain a card to your hand. I think it is. Oh, that's obnoxious. Anyway, I think I want another battle plan really more than anything else. Especially because I have a warlord on top. Let's not discard the apprentice because we wanted to trash this 3rd warlord. I think we do want to now rotate off of both of these. and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. What are the odds? I guess I... Shit. Well, I guess we're gonna find out about this situation. Take another minstrel. No. Maybe we should take a Devil's Workshop instead and get a couple imps off of it. It goes to hand, which is nice. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to play the fishing village. I guess so. Alright, Changeling is going to gain Apprentice. Another Changeling could gain another Minstrel or Fishing Village, so I think we still want Changeling. I don't know. Alright, we still don't have a capital. It's not really what I want to top deck. Maybe it's okay. Changeling for Apprentice. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take the capital. Probably Apprentice. Do I want to discard the Apprentice? 2 cards. I think so. Oh, man. Wish for one more Apprentice. It's going to go on top of the deck, but it's so annoying. We don't have a second Minstrel. We could top deck that and just not play the capital. We could also get another Fishing Village. Take some debt. That seems fine. I don't know why we get to see our next hand before when we're paying off debt. I don't think that's correct. All right. I think we might. No, we have a Minstrel. Yeah, we don't need the Fishing Village really. Let's discard that. Two, three, four. 5. Ooh, I want that. So we just do 6, 7. All right, do we want another changeling? What would we even turn that into? I'm thinking at this point, no, we don't. An apprentice and apprentice. Just discard their archer, I guess. They're going to be able to shy the fishing village either way. All right, we have another fishing village down here. So don't mind playing this one. Changeling, gain another apprentice. Just trash a copper, I guess. What do we wish for? The Devil's Workshop is about to be done because we're about to get our second imp. It would be nice to gain wisps, but I don't know how we would do it. Not easily. I mean, I guess in theory we could keep gaining imps and then turn those into wisps, but that seems like... I don't know. It seems a little dubious. Getting another capital seems pretty ambitious. I guess what we could do, we could gain an exorcist, and then rather than using the changeling to gain anything, we could just exercise the changeling. We could also gain a ghost off of the gold. Would not mind having a ghost. Yeah. Okay. So it wouldn't be bad to get one more fishing village, and then you have like one to discard and then one to play every turn, like 3 total. So you could buy a fishing village and then another apprentice, changeling for another apprentice, or possibly another capital. We could also just buy nothing and not take on the debt, of course. Just changeling for the apprentice. Yeah, having one more is probably better than not. Alright. We want the shy card in the shuffle. Not really. Not if it's going to be Fishing Village. So let's trigger the Warlord first. I guess we're just apprenticing an apprentice again. We do have a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, the Leprechaun's gonna top deck the stuff over the battle plans. That's not really what I want. I guess the minstrel will discard the gold. All right. So we can apprentice the Devil's Workshop. Although, the nice thing about having it is that the ghost can hit imp. Guaranteed. So I think I'd like to keep it. Maybe we just trash the capital and get that back. Well, now we can't. Trash any copper, which is annoying. I guess we can. Because I want to get another ghost. Yeah, I don't know. It's all kind of annoying. All right, should we wish for a capital? Probably. And top deck that. Guess I'll discard an apprentice. I don't know. We could also exercise an apprentice into a ghost now. We'd only have the 2, but we could get another one. Seems reasonable. Just take a province and an apprentice, I think. We do have an excess imp now that we can turn into a wisp with the exorcist. Minstrel or apprentice? Probably apprentice. Yeah. Archer? Okay. Thank you. Ooh, okay. Territory is active. think I do go ahead and that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 6. And this is 7. I guess we're apprenticing capital again. It's either that or province. I guess we could also play the imp first. And we could apprentice the gold. That makes more sense. Probably end up wishing for territory. I don't know when we want to do that exactly. Like maybe at the end of the turn and then play minstrel to clear the stuff off the top. We draw the gold and then we discard the territory, sort of thing. I want to get back to the Exorcist. I'm worried about how I can actually accomplish that. There's an apprentice in the discard. There should be another one down here. I could also just wish for apprentice. Trash another gold. I guess I'll play the battle plan first. Oh, we have another imp. But can we play it? No. Yes, we can. They don't have Warlord in play. Aha. Okay. That makes it easier. We did get to the Exorcist. We have our Warlord, so there's nothing down there we like super need. I think we can just do what I was saying. Wish for territory. Wait, where'd the territory go? Oh, the territory does go to my hand. Right. Okay. Oh, the archer. We don't have the archer. Well, what would we have to trash? Fishing village? We could trash a fishing village. That's fine. Yes, capital. Alright. Finally trash another copper. Alright, so I think we just plan to ghost another imp and maybe the Exorcist just trashes a copper, and the next turn we'd plan to exercise. And I guess the other thing we could do, knowing that they have the Warlord potentially coming in, is we could exercise the Devil's Workshop and ghost a Wisp that we gain off of that. Or for that matter, exercise Devil's Workshop into an imp. Hmm. Hmm. Uh. I think the game isn't going to last super much longer. So I think holding on to the Devil's Workshop doesn't make a ton of sense. So I think we go this way. Just double province here. Oh, we did trash the fishing village. We could... We're going to take a bunch of debt anyway. We could go province fishing village. These piles are getting pretty low, and we have a points lead. Yeah. The fishing village on top we can discard, you know, so that's... Alright, do we gain the wisp or do we gain the imp? I think I'll go with the wisp. There's no guarantee they'll play a warlord, but... I guess we'd say imp, and that way they can't get rid of both of our shy cards. Oh, we got 1 copper. That's pretty good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they took another fishing village. Maybe... Can we win this turn? We probably don't have... We wish for capital. We still only have 3 buys. So not quite. But if we turn the gold into a changeling, we can buy triple capital and changeling for fishing, or buy capital fishing village and changeling for capital. Yeah, okay. Although it's not going to be on top, so we're going to have to be able to draw into it, but that shouldn't be a problem. We can apprentice a province. Also, we're not actually under warlord attack either. You also apprentice the Ghost and the Exorcist. That by itself nearly gets us there. The Warlord. Alright. So... Wish for capital. Exchange for a changeling. Does it still go into my hand? Because that also works. No, it doesn't. Okay. Maybe we still do it. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but it's like slightly more efficient. capital. Well, no, capital more than pays for itself. So I guess it isn't more efficient. Okay. So yeah, apprentice the warlord. Yeah. Think so the bot, I feel like it does go for warlord, but I think it definitely undervalues the clashes pile on the whole. That's one thing. It also doesn't like tend to play around it that well, although in this case it doesn't look too bad to have like a bunch of these two cards. But it also just did not do any of the like alternative deck control stuff. No Devil's Workshop, no Exorcist, no Spirits, and also none of the extra gains from Leprechaun. So it just sort of, its deck just sort of looks underpowered to me. And yeah, I think that's basically the story. So there you have it. I guess the one other thing I'll mention is I probably got pretty lucky to be able to activate Leprechaun every single time. Not to say I would have played it to like gain a hex, but I like just to see it in time, I think was like I think I should have expected to at least have one or two turns where that did not happen. But yeah. Anyway, so there you have it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.